Only on Fox tonight. Many of you know this face from our previous stories. His name is Keegan Johnson, the popular Upstate high school student who played 3 sports, including football, at Chapman and Dorman high schools. He died from a rare case of bacterial meningitis in 2019. But his decision to become an organ donor right before his death has created a movement after his passing. And it's a story that keeps giving. That movement, advocating for organ donation, will be coming to a head New Year's Day when Keegan's family will get to ride on a float at the Rose Bowl parade in Pasadena, California. Now, the float's being sponsored by the nonprofit We Are Sharing Hope SC. It's a group from Charleston that has helped the family advocate for checking the box at the DMV, all in honor of Keegan.
Ahead of all of this, our own Matt Kaufax tracked down a Blythewood man who ended up being the recipient of 2 of Keegan's major organs after he died.
Matt joins us live in studio right now with this inspiring story of John Wilson, who says Keegan gave him a second chance. It's really amazing, Matt.
Tori, Cody, John tells me he had all but given up hope of getting an organ transplant when Keegan's gift saved his life. His message here is so uplifting. He says he couldn't think of a better family to champion the cause of organ donation by raising awareness on one of college football's biggest stages.
Having to say goodbye to your kids, it's pretty rough.
In February of 2020, John Wilson says he was rushed into surgery for a double organ transplant, not knowing if he'd survive the procedure. He'd been waiting on the phone to ring for months.
Then I got another call, and then I had to wait, and the third call was Keegan.
A type 1 diabetic for 22 years, John says his vision and kidneys were failing. Without help, he'd be gone.
I hope the story highlights for people the benefits of organ donation and what that means to people like me.
Nearly 2 years and a long road to recovery later, John says his life has improved immeasurably, and he has one charismatic 17-year-old taken before his time to be thankful to.
That first week, as soon as I was coming out of surgery and the operation, I was already thinking about what I would say to the family.
John received the pancreas and kidney of Keegan Johnson, but Keegan saved 4 lives in total with 5 major organs. John says words will never be enough.
There's just no way for me to express how grateful and humbled I am at the opportunity to get to know them and to know Keegan more.
For John, reconciling that his second chance came because of teenage Keegan's death was tough. He says as a recipient, you're not allowed to contact your donor family for 12 months to allow for grieving. But it was a phone call from Keegan's mom, Allison, that enabled him to break that communication barrier early and forge a lifelong bond.
People need to know that their loved one's life mattered. People need to know that they are loved and cared for and that people are there for them in a time of need. If I can do that for my donor's family, I want to do that.
He says talking with the family, understanding who Keegan was and what they went through is something that transformed him. He adds, knowing that Keegan's message is about to be amplified, his story known across the country, is a fitting legacy for a young man and a family that gave a complete stranger, now friend, so much.
It wasn't just my life he saved. He saved 3 other people's lives. It doesn't matter, what you've done. If you want to leave, a lasting legacy in the world, that's how you do it.
And, of course, the shirt that I'm wearing, Keegan's Way, that is the nonprofit that his mom, Allison, formed here locally after he died. This heart is actually his heartbeat. That's the centerpiece of the shirt right here. They will be wearing those out in California. John says he will be watching and helping spread the message about checking the box. The family is going to ride in that Rose Bowl parade New Year's Day. I have spoken to his mom, Allison, who tells me they'll be leaving on December 27th for Pasadena. We plan to talk with her, and we will be following the family for every step of this magical journey. Live in the studio tonight, Matt Kaufax, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.